guys, it's Chimera, and you're once again watching the Tyrant's legendary walkthrough for Halo Anniversary. And today, we're going on a hunt for the Silent Cartographer.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tyrant's legendary walkthrough for Halo Anniversary. Today we are doing the most open sandbox mission of the series, and it's called the Silent Cartographer. You've got an entire island to play with here. You can go around it, you can go on top of it, you can go inside of it, nice and deep. Okay, I've got to stop there.
The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ. It's gonna be hot. Get set to cut out switches. Touchdown. Hit it, Marine.
Hoorah! And we're going the other way. You guys have fun with that. Now, the suggested method here is obviously to go through and battle out the Covenant with your Marines, but there really is no advantage to that, aside from having a gunner on your Warthog. No, that is not a metaphor. Our first goal here is, obviously, we need to unlock the map room. We need to find this map room so we can find the control center to Halo. Look at that scenery. That's just beautiful. Oh, God. Ugh. Yes. So, now, if you try to go to the map room first, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get locked out of it. There are ways to rush it, and I will probably show you that in the mythic version of this. But for legendary purposes, I'm going to show you how to do this the regular way. So first, we need to unlock the map room. Now, you see all those jackals? We need a plasma pistol. So let's rain on their parade a little bit. Oh, that's just perfect. As you can see, Grunt Funeral is activated once again. I do love this skull. It is not absolutely necessary for this mission. So now we need to find a plasma pistol. That way we have our combo back. We finally have our God pistol, the Magnum, in our possession again. So bandana is not really all that important for this level. As you can see, I do not have it activated. I do have Boom, Grunt Funeral, Iron, and Grunt Birthday Party activated. And for those of you who keep commenting and wondering why I have Grunt Funeral on, or Grunt Birthday Party on. Grunt Birthday Party is an aesthetics thing. That's it. This elite's getting a little bit frisky. That is an elite major, for those of you who are asking. They're in red. They take more hits to kill than the miners, and they're a lot more dodgy. I say this in every guide, but just in case you aren't watching every guide, figured I might reiterate. And he's shooting at nothing. Now, a plasma pistol overcharge and a couple of shots to the dome. Actually, one shot to the dome will work fine, but I'm not exactly a crack shot, hence why I am not an MLG player. I heard an elite die back there somewhere. Now, if you move further up this ridge, there will be more elites, more grunts. Grunt Funeral is nice just because it helps you save a little bit of ammunition. Particularly in open world environments, it works just fine. You still need to be a little bit careful in little valleys like this, otherwise you can get caught in the crossfire of Grunt Funeral. He didn't even stand a chance. Now we have 2 hunters down here. These guys are pretty easy to kill on Halo CE. With 2, they can be a little bit complicated. But just wait for them to charge. Do a little Toro here. Come on. Get that Magnum ready, of course. See if we can get this double thing down. Come here. And both hunters are down. That was easy as pie. Now there are also, or I should say easy as New York hookers. But anyway. We have overshields there. We're going to use those after we get rid of these jackals, because in all seriousness, if you confront these 3 guys with the overshields, you're going to lose some of them, and pretty much defeats the purpose. There is more ammo over here, and health. You will not be coming back this way, so you might as well take advantage of it. Although you could come back this way if you really wanted to. Now, there are primarily grunts and elites over here. There are 2 or 3 jackals as well. The jackals tend to hang out on the right-hand side. I think we just got one. And once you've killed enough of their buddies, they start running like crazy. I thought I heard you somewhere. That is a grunt major. You can tell by the red armor. Whether you're playing in classic or anniversary mode. Miners are in orange. And I believe those are all the variants that you see in Halo 1. Sometimes a few grunts like to hang around the corner inside the structure itself. Now, just downstairs, you've got another pair of hunters. You can go around them and activate the lock that will unlock the map room. But then you'll be dealing with them and a bunch of active camouflage elites when you exit. Now, that is what would have played had you done the first battle, the way it was intended to. But again, there really were no benefits. It is probably one of the most fun battles in the game, though. But on Legendary, your Marines die pretty quick. Oh, wow. He snuck up on me for a second there. Lucky hit. You shall not land another.
Okay, let's move out. Let's go find the map room that will show us...
Now, again, if you do this first, basically it keeps you from having to come back here later. It unlocks the map room right away.
This isn't the... Analyzing. This is a security override station for the main facility, located somewhere else on this island.
Now, that is one of the cool things about this mission, is that you can go to either one of these places first, and if you're really quick, you can go to the map room and avoid this place altogether. But this isn't difficult at all. Now, you will be facing a lot of special ops elites here. And they're kind of annoying. You can't home in, but their shields are very weak. And you can usually lure them out here one at a time without any problems. See, check that out. Grenade didn't even stick him and he's dead. I think there's at least 4 of them, if I calculate this correctly. And that is a lot of elites. Now, admittedly, it's easier to use the plasma rifle against them rather than the plasma pistol. Plasma pistol will not home in on invisible targets. But I do like the overall feel of the plasma pistol. I like being able to switch back and forth between rapid fire and overcharge, just in case you can actually land that overcharge shot. Now, we grabbed an overshield. It was almost useless in a sense because the fall took away most of it, but that's not that big of a deal. There's plenty of overshields on this island. Now, that Pelican right there has some pretty cool stuff, including a rocket launcher for the first time in Halo Combat Evolved. We might as well take advantage of it. Try not to set off the alarm for the elites and grunts that are surrounding the area. There are tons of them, and they will rain plasma on you like you wouldn't believe. So we're just going to drive along, and by the time they notice you, it'll be way too late for them to do anything at all. So now we're heading over towards the map room. This is where we were before. Go ahead and grab a health pack here, if you need it. We got one before, though, so we're in pretty good shape. Now, this dropship is going to drop off a couple of jackals. Up on top of the structure, we have 2 hunters that are only there after you unlock the map room. There are also a few jackals in this area, and tons of elites and grunts. Now, I believe the blue ones are minors and the yellow ones are majors. I could be wrong with that, but I'm not 100% sure. I've never been able to tell the difference between the two when it comes to hunters, or when it comes to jackals. Now, we were able to get that guy pretty easily. It usually takes 2 rockets to kill a hunter, but of course it only takes a couple of pistol rounds too if you can actually land the hit. So we're going to use our actual rockets here. I was going to use them for the hunters, but they were downed a lot easier than I thought they would be. So we're just going to use the rockets against some of the inside troops that have retreated to the interior of the structure. Again, there are a bunch of elites inside. Many of these guys are majors, which means they're a little bit harder to kill. So the more firepower we have, the better. Now you can actually drive your Warthog inside, at least for a small distance, but we're not going to need it. I'm basically showing you how to do this the conventional way. None of the real shortcuts are here. I'll probably do the big skips for the Mythic Guide. I think all we did was make him mad. But his shield should be down. So at this point, we're going to switch back to our original combo, the plasma pistol and the magnum.
Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be.
Now, when she says that, typically that means that you've killed all the enemies on the top level.
Let's keep going inside.
Down below, you should be clear. Now, if you go to the right, there are some pretty awesome skips you can do, which, again, I'll show you in the Mythic Guide. But here's just regular legendary. You can sneak up on a lot of the enemies down here. I'm horrible, though, at sneaking in Halo Combat Evolved. So I cannot guarantee that this will end well. And I knew it. Little midget bastard. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and systematically take out all the enemies here. I love that hologram structure in the middle of the room. There's one more elite. This guy is going to be quite dodgy. This elite's putting up a real fight. Alright, let's see if we can combo kill him. There we go. Much better. That definitely took some time. There are basically 3 levels to the map room. There's this one. There is a lower level. Actually, I take that back. There's 4, come to think of it. There's this one. There is a lower level with 2 hunters, and there is another lower level that's very similar to the one that we just exited from. Multi-layered. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a Jackal Major. I guess they have stronger shields. Come on, bring it. Now this is where the hunters come in. Now again, these guys are not difficult to kill. Now over here you've got more ammo for your assault rifle and your magnum and health if you need it. Now we aren't using the assault rifle. I mean, really, who does unless you're fighting flood infection forms. Right now our big thing is we want to face the hunters alone. We don't want to have to worry about any enemy fire coming from the sides, because in case we actually get hit by the hunters, you want to make sure you have as much health as possible. Alright, first hunter's down. Again, if you can keep them distracted, that's the best way to kill them. It's even easier to kill one hunter than it is two. That way you don't have to worry about distance and the second hunter firing its fuel rod cannon at you. Once you close the distance in a wide open space with one hunter, you can pretty much assure victory in Halo Combat Evolved. See? That's how easy it is. And my aim is horrible. There we go. Alright, hunters are down, so we don't have to worry about them ever again. This place will be repopulated when you come back up. That's a long way down. Yeah, we're not going to jump down there. Fall damage definitely occurs in Halo. And there's a hunter sticking out from the ceiling. Alright, this is similar to the hologram room. It has 2 layers or levels to it. This one's going to be empty for now, but it will be repopulated when we return. Now there are 2 doors here. The first one
We'll be in a tight spot if we don't get out of here before additional reinforcements arrive.
will take you to an
Let's find that
invis.
map.
That we're going to use later. The second door will actually take you to the on-ramp. But we're not going to go that way because there are usually a couple of jackals lingering around there and we don't need to deal with them right now. There are a bunch of grunts and a few jackals down, not jackals, elites down here. Usually a minor and a major. The minor likes to hang directly around the cartographer itself, the major a little bit outside. We're going to go ahead and clear this room out first so we don't have to worry about it when we're coming back through. Okay, my mistake. There are 2 majors, not 1. But we did manage to kill them both. And there's usually a minor that likes to hang out over here with his grunt buddies. We're going to see if we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yep. And that is the cartographer itself. Now, I don't really know what the cartographer is. Maybe that's what designs the Halo?
Halo's control center is located there. That structure.
I mean, I assume it's more than just a simple map room. I mean, it seems like you could get the same thing on a piece of paper.
A shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant...
Oh, she said shrine! Watch Shrine, coming later this year, by the Tyrant. Alright, so most of the mission is done at this point. It's just a matter of scaling the tower once again, or the structure, heading back up and exiting the Pelican. This can get a little bit tricky because you're going to face a lot more enemies going up than you did coming down. So at this point, we're going to take the ramp and head up. Now, here are the jackals. These are going to be the first enemies that you face because we already eliminated all potential foes. These guys use the rapid fire on their plasma pistols like you wouldn't believe. I could do rapid fire too, but in other areas. Up here, you've got a ton of jackals that you're going to fight. And they're going to be on all levels here. And that guy shot the ball. Alright. He plays Halo like my nephew. And that's right, you better run. Let's see if we can actually get him before his shield pops back up. Yep, I heard that scream. Bastard. I will say that the Silent Cartographer is probably one of the easier missions, yes. Easier missions in the game. As long as you take your time. That's the main thing. It's just taking your time. You've got plenty of ammo here. You've got lots of space to work with and plenty of cover. It's getting a little bit frustrating trying to get those jackals from that angle, so we're going to attack them from behind. So what I like to call the Tyrant method. I'm sure you've heard it before and other things too, maybe even bar fight. Closing the distance on the jackals makes their deaths come a lot quicker and easier. And you know me, I like quick and easy. Oh, he's not even looking. There are a lot of jackals on this floor, and they're a pain in the ass. Most of them are jackal majors. Did he just call me an ass monkey? Really? Cheap bastard. Yeah, see, that's what happens. So look what you get. Shit all banged up. Who's the man now? Whoa, okay, running. Okay, so now we're going to jump back down to the lower level. And we're going to go back to this door over here and finally grab that invis. Might as well use it now. Because again, this is where you're going to be fighting the most enemies here. So we're going to travel back up, no grenade jumps. So anyone should be able to do this. We're going to avoid as many of the enemies as we possibly can. And save as much ammo as we can as well. Now it will not last all the way up. However, there is more ammo on this other side and I want to take full advantage of it. And of course our camo just wore off. But that's okay because we're in a pretty good position to take everything now. All the enemies are going to come at you from one side, and that's what you want. You always want to keep your foes in front of you. Many of you probably feel that way about your wives, too. Now, again, you have more ammo over here on the left as well as additional health. Yeah, that's definitely a jackal major. I don't even know why I questioned that. You should have more than enough ammunition at this point to get your way back up to the top. And we're playing this game again. I'd say go for the grunts first. There we go. That took some time. Basically, you just want to try to get yourself in a better position here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Again, once you kill enough of these guys, the jackals will retreat back. Probably the smartest thing they'll do ever in the Halo series. But because I am the Tyrant, and this is a Tyrant guide, filmed live by the way, it won't help them. Now we've got an elite zealot over here. He's gold, he has a sword, and he's deadly. So throw a sticky grenade and run. One sticky grenade does kill even a zealot on legendary. I did not mean to walk that far out, because if you do for the first time, you'll walk out into this big cavernous room. This is Chief basically taking a stroll. He's made many tactical decisions so far, so why not just one stupid one? That was a pebble in the original Halo, and it's a gas mask in Anniversary. Alright, so we have one more obstacle to deal with, and that is, once again, a bunch of invisible special ops elites. Now, one of these guys is going to sneak up on you. I hate this guy.
Cortana to Echo 419. The chief and
The
I are
others will
topside,
all
requesting
be around here. They're all coming out of that drop ship.
On my way.
See? He's coming behind me now. You thought you had me. You and your invisible ways. Go save it for the women's locker room. It won't work on me. So we're going to switch to the plasma rifle, and I'll show you exactly how useful this thing can definitely be against special ops elites. You don't have to worry about the rapid fire, because all you need to do is hold down the trigger this time. Very handy. Particularly since, see, look at that. They just fall. There's like 6 of them here. There's a bunch. There really are a lot. You always seem to see a bunch of these guys at a time just because they have literally so weak shields. I think we cleared this place out pretty good. So now all you need to do is enter the Pelican, and congratulations, you have just conquered the Silent Cartographer on Legendary with no deaths. To check out more guides, please visit www.mythictyrant.com. Lots of cool videos. New videos every week.
The Covenant did a thorough seismic scan.
Thank you so much for watching. My name is the Tyrant, and I am signing off.
Circle the whole ring.
I hope your analysis is on the money, Cortana. This Pelican won't turn on a dime.
Look on the bright side, however. The last thing the Covenant will expect is an aerial insertion from underground.